morning. How is everyone? I hope good. Long time no see. It's been a while since I've shown my face on here. I'm still kicking, I guess. Been kind of struggling a little bit lately with, life in general, all the ups and downs that we go through, and, with my family being my family, and, whatever else in my life doing what it does and whatever else. So I've been staying with a friend. I was hoping to leave today to move where I'm moving, but it snowed, but it seems like it's clearing up, so I still might leave. But I wanted to make a video for you guys and try and keep up on them a little bit more, because I know I left you guys kind of hanging there for a while. Sorry about my background and my setup. It's just the way it is right now. But once I get settled and all that good stuff, it won't be like this. My reading today is, what is the truth of your situation? So let's get started. The first card I pulled is change, and it is the energy of this entire reading. So that says a lot. You need to allow change to come in. You need to accept it and go with it. But the card says, don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need is that one next action. You can say to love, just show me the first step and change me into who can take it. So that is the energy of your reading today. So change is very important. And then your next card is the death card, which we all know that is change, that is rebirth, that is leaving your old life behind to go towards a new one, to become a different person, to cut the things and people out of your life that no longer, bring bring anything positive into it. Maybe a move, maybe a job change, maybe a relationship change. Maybe you're going to try to go into a new relationship with somebody that you were kind of afraid to, or you didn't think it would work. But I do want to read you the meanings of these, because Spirit really wants me to do that today also. So I'm going to be kind of doing both, just so you know. But I'm doing two different videos this morning, and they asked me to do that, so I'm going to do that. Of course, I follow what they ask. I need to, but I should have found the page before. There we go. Was that it? Yeah, there we go. So in this, it's my mystical mango book, or deck, I guess. Okay. It says, events have worked together to create the need for change. A type of change that is organic, a natural outcome, and an ending to a stagnant and unhealthy situation. Change is usually scary. Humans prefer the known to the unknown, and loss, even if it clears the way for better things, is still loss, and it hurts. Advice: change is coming and it is necessary. Don't try to stop it. That means acknowledging grief and taking the time to mourn. To not do so only delays the process and the eventual, your rebirth, pretty much. The rebirth that you're going into and that you're going to be experiencing for a little bit, until you kind of move through whatever you need to move through. But I do want to kind of stress that, at times we tend to try to cover up our feelings, try to mask them with, whatever addictions we have, or whatever substance that, does that. And I'm not saying just quit and give it up, but make sure that you're not overindulging to compensate for that. Just try and stay clear-headed, and, allow those emotions and those feelings to go move through you. And as bad as it, as it sucks, but we got to work through it. Otherwise, we carry those burdens with us forever. So it's just easier to deal with them while they hit, and then release them, and then so you can move on. So the next card I pulled is going to be the Seven of Coins in reverse. And this card speaks of expectations not being met, harvesting too soon, not learning from mistakes. So with your money, maybe you need to definitely watch your spending. You need to really kind of hoard your money at this time if you're going through some financial issues. Anything. If you feel like your expectations aren't being met, then you need to figure out how they can be met. But you really need to pay attention to your finances. and try to really learn from your mistakes. Don't allow people to come in and, use and abuse you. If somebody comes and gives you an offer, be very wary of it at this time. I don't feel that very many offers are going to be very sincere. I think people are going to be looking at you for a free ride or what they can get out of you before they'll offer you something that's really, in your best interest. So just kind of watch for that, definitely. I know I need to, because I'm like so guilty of that, and I really have to watch that because people use and abuse me all the time. That's kind of why I'm in the situation I'm in. So the next card I pulled is the Four of Swords in reverse. And this is like when you are denying what is going on in your life, you're obsessing over it, you're procrastinating, and you kind of are feeling, confused on what is actually happening around you. If you are in this state of mind, uh, reach out to spirit, reach out to your guides, talk to somebody, somebody that you can trust, somebody that, gives a good advice. But you really need to kind of face what's going on, understand it, and release it, because all it's doing is weighing you down. And like in my situation, all it does is, I can rebuild and rebuild, but my world comes crashing down because my family wants it to. They want to keep me stuck. They want to keep me where I'm at. I don't know why. I don't know. Well, I do know why, but so just, really face what's going on with you, really accept it, know that it's really happening, know that the people that you feel like you can't trust are the ones you can't trust, and release them and move on. So your next card is the Vortex, and it's the Temptation card. So it's warning you about temptations. This could be, addictions. This could be, in love, maybe moving, maybe to the wrong place, or maybe a love partner coming in. I'm feeling love. So, you might be tempted to do something. You might be tempted to allow somebody into your life, or to go for something that isn't right for you. Um, you're being tested at this time with those temptations, and you really, really need to not go, you know what I mean? You need to kind of step back and maybe find yourself first. Maybe, spend some time by yourself before you jump into a relationship. Or, if somebody's trying to tempt you with money or drugs or alcohol or something, maybe you just need to step back and, avoid that person, and just really avoid that at this time. Whatever your situation is, just know that you're being tested and you're being tempted towards something, and I don't think it's for your highest good, and that's what I'm hearing. So keep that in mind, definitely, because you don't want to go back into the same rut that you were in before. You have the Knight of Wands activity. So at this time, there might be a lot of activity going on around you. It might be involved in, it might be people in your life that are, just a lot going on, a lot of chaos, a lot of activity that might be good. It could be something positive that you're going towards. It could be something very negative going on around you. It just depends. But I'm feeling that you've kind of been stepped back for a while, but you need to stay kind of step back until that activity kind of slows down, because you don't want to step out there in the line of fire and, end up in trouble, or, end up, I don't know, just in the mix of everybody else's turmoil and trouble, because I feel like it's something going on around you. I feel like it might be your family, your friends, or your loved one, your spouse, or your ex, or whomever that is going through this, but it's affecting you. But you don't want to step right in the middle of it, because you don't need to be there. You've already been there. They've put you there many times, and you're trying to make your way back out of it, and that's where you need to be. So remember that. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So if you're feeling a lot of guilt, maybe you are walking away from somebody. Maybe you're walking away from your whole family. I know that feeling. Um, just know that it's good to feel guilt, obviously. It's good to acknowledge it, but then we need to release it. We need to, at this time in our lives, whoever's watching this, we need to think of us. We need to step towards what is going to help us, in our life to be able to have a successful one, to be able to expand, to be able to be happy and live and not be stuck where we've been stuck at. So, you know, feel that guilt, accept it, acknowledge it, you know, and then release it to the universe and move on. The next one is grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So if you are at this time feeling grief, if you've lost somebody, if you to death, I apologize. It's definitely a difficult thing to go through. If it's just that you're releasing somebody but you're going to feel the grief of it, you miss them, and you know it's going to be really tough to get used to your life without them in there. Just know that that's normal, and it's important for you to feel that guilt. And again, just like grief, excuse me, the grief, and it's just like when the card before, the guilt, do the same thing. Allow it to come in, you know, acknowledge it, feel it, accept it, and then release it to the universe so you can be more successful in life and you're not carrying that burden with you. The next card I pulled is take time to breathe out. So you need to definitely, you know, go in within yourself. You need to maybe, if you can afford it, go on a vacation. Maybe go by yourself. Maybe, you know, just really take the time, you know, a couple days to yourself to really just, you know, do some meditating, do some, you know, breathe work, and release all of the grief and guilt that you're feeling and all the pain that you've been left with whatever situation you're in, and just really, really, you know, allow yourself to feel it, and, you know, and work on meditating and just releasing all that every time you breathe, you know, release the negativity. And when you breathe in through your nose, you know, you breathe in, you know, positive things, and then when you breathe out your mouth, breathe out all the negative things. Let it go, release it, let it be gone. So communication is the key. New moon in Gemini, so there could be a Gemini present in your situation. It could happen during Gemini season. Communication is key. Just it's important to definitely, you know, be open and honest with people how you're feeling. Definitely communicate that to the ones that you want to have in your life, and that you want to work on having a better relationship with, or, you know, maybe even creating a new relationship with. But it's just really, really important that you communicate, you know, your needs, your desires, and everything you want. If somebody tries to come into your space, and they want to date you, you really need to be open and honest with them with what you want, you know, from the very beginning. Don't feel shy. Don't, you know, be timid. If you want a relationship, tell them. I'd say, hey, I'm not here to, you know, just have a fling. I want a relationship. Or if you just want a fling, tell them that, you know, just communicate. It's really important in all aspects of our lives. The next card I pulled for you is the Three of Bees. And with this card, this is the time of sorrow, loss, and even betrayal. The Three of Bees can indicate a breakup as well as intense stress, the kind that strikes at your heart. In other areas of your life, this card may also represent three people in conflict. Painful and unexpected though it is, the wound left by your loss will heal. So again, it's talking about a loss that you're going to have to grieve through, feel, and, you know, work through it. But just know that we all go through that. We all have to feel pain like that. That's just part of life. I mean, it's easy for me to say that now. I could be crying in an hour because I'm the person that's going to be going through that. I'm sure I am, but we need to learn to feel that, to release it, and then we need to move on. We can't get stuck there, because then that's where our whole life gets stuck. And we if you're like me, I've been stuck there my whole life, 44 years, and I'm like, nope, I'm stepping out. I'm ready. Your next card is going to be the High Priest. And with this card, it is, in this reading, the Hierophant tells you that education and learning are the way to spiritual and earthly advancement. He represents a positive mentor in your life, such as a teacher. The Hierophant can predict a wedding, and he also expresses the principle of unity through marriage. Symbolically, he represents the unification of body, mind, and spirit, or the ideas and practice. He heralds wisdom, authority, support, and self-acceptance. So this high priest is going to be coming into your life. I believe he's going to come in and help, teach you things that you need to learn that you're still kind of struggling with. But I believe that maybe some of you are the high priestess and this will be your high priest. Um, that you both will be teaching each other as you go. It might come in as a friendship, it might come in as a romantic, it might end up in marriage, you never know. Or it might just end up in, you finding the best friend that you've ever had in your life. So just allow that person to come in. If they come in, just wanting romantic, a romantic relationship right away, maybe tell them to, let's slow it down. Let's start with friendship and then kind of move, see how things go from there. So, and then the last card and the outcome of your reading is compassion. And it says, as you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born, drawing new people and experiences. Dear Lord, help me feel ever deepening self-acceptance. May I see myself as you see me. So you need to definitely have compassion towards yourself first, definitely, and then compassion towards the people around you, even the compassion towards those that are involved that have caused you issues. What I do is, of course everybody has bad thoughts. We all, think negative once in a while, and we all get pissed off, and we, think shitty things towards people. But what I try to do is, if I do that, I try to turn it to me asking the universe to send everyone love and light, to send them love and light. Because what that does is that doesn't leave us with bad karma. It shows, the universe that we're not out to hurt anyone, that we don't wish harm on them. We don't wish, revenge. We just want them to be better. We want them to see that love and light is the answer instead of darkness and whatever else. So that is definitely, but first off, you have to start with yourself always. So have much compassion towards yourself. Have lots of understanding and lots of patience for sure. So that is the truth about your situation. I hope that it resonated with you. I know it did with me. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. I would greatly appreciate it. I am sending so much love, so many positive vibes, and peace to each and every one of you. And I'll check you on my next video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.